Right, welcome back to DR Sports. You join me outside Box Park, Liverpool, where we've just watched Liverpool absolutely batter and hammer the Hammers 5-0 away from home as well. Smash that like button, get your comments in, subscribe to DR if you haven't already. Some great stuff coming up, including the weekend roundup show tomorrow, so subscribe, make sure you don't miss that one. We're going to speak about the other results of the day as well, how that's affected the table, but we start with the last game of the weekend, West Ham 0, Liverpool 5. It was a canter, and I mean, apart from maybe the early Robertson mistake where he's allowed, West Ham in, and luckily they didn't score. If they were a better team, that would have been a big problem. But apart from that, and obviously Kudus hitting the post, Liverpool weren't threatened at all. If I'm honest, after my preview with Nicky the other day, I kind of expected that from West Ham. If they concede early, they do roll over and they do just go down without a fight. If I'm honest, obviously as a non-West Ham fan, I think they've got to change the manager. Let me know in the comments, is that time for Lopetegui now? Does he have to take his orders and maybe look to move on? And West Ham fans in the chat, who would you like to replace him if that did happen? From the Liverpool side of things, the first goal, really good finish from Luis Diaz. He scored, I think it's 10 goals now in all comps. He's going to go well past what he scored in previous seasons for Liverpool, so we love to see that progression, that clinicalness, and again just a really tidy finish to set Liverpool on their way. In any game, the most important goal is the first goal, and once you get that, you can open the door then really and start to crack on. The second goal, again, what an assist from Mo Salah, the way he's dragged it back, rolled it through the legs. It's quite magic really when he gets in his moment and he's in his mode. No one can stop the fella. And Mo Salah really is just breaking his own records now. He's not even breaking anyone else's. He's coming for that Thierry Henry number as well of the 20 and 20. I think it's 20 goals in the season now for Mo Salah. And it's 13 assists, maybe 14 assists. So that's a ridiculous turnaround there for Mo Salah. So big him up each and every time. So Mo Salah, a goal, 2 assists. The numbers are literally off the chart right now. He leads in scoring, he leads in assists. And the fella is just unstoppable. The only person stopping Mo Salah is himself, because on another day he gets 3, maybe even 4 goals today. There aren't many words to describe Mo Salah at this stage. We're just saying the same thing every week about the fella. So that's 2-0. Great assist for Cody Gakpo, who again is in double figures for the season. The goals are being spread around now, which is nice. The third goal, straight after the break, Mo Salah just kind of chops it back into that near post, and Areola, who had a decent game, a couple of strong saves. There's nothing really you can do with that when you can get a hand to it, but the power that he puts on these shots is just unstoppable. And even he was surprised at his own kind of goal there, the fact that he even went in, he didn't even celebrate. It's become that normal for Mo Salah now, he doesn't even celebrate. And then the fourth goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the person subject to the most talk, the most chat around his new contract. I mean, everyone's got an opinion on it, but this was his celebration today. It was almost like people are talking rubbish. There's your quality, there's your goal. But what does that celebration mean? Does it mean everyone shut up, I'm going to sign the contract? Does it mean everyone shut up, I'm leaving? Tell us, because to me, I'd actually say as a Liverpool fan, that's a positive celebration to see. That maybe means like people are talking but they don't know the truth. And I think a lot of Liverpool fans at this stage, because he's not come out and put a real firm stance on the contract situation, we don't really know what it is. We'd love him to come out and speak about it, but he isn't. He's keeping his cards close to his chest, and we're obviously entering that period where he can speak to Real Madrid if he hasn't done so already. So with that, I mean, is he going to do that and then leave? I'm not sure. I don't know what to read into it, but what do you think? Fourth goal was that Trent goal, and the fifth goal, Diogo Jota, clinical finish once more. How many times do we say it about him? He just finishes off the moves in such a clinical fashion, and you don't need him on the pitch for 90 minutes. Diogo Jota, I don't want to say is a luxury player, but you can afford to bring him on for the last 25 and he'll still nick you a goal or an assist. But Liverpool at the minute, they're keeping him in cotton wool, they're wrapping him up. Big game against Manchester United next week, so hopefully he's fit and ready for that one. And I can't lie, we're looking to do some real damage. So Flex, if you're watching, hold that before the games even happen, because we are ready to inflict some serious pain on them Mancs once more at Anfield. So 5-0. Arne Slot gets a good 9 out of 10 for me. really controlled performance from him on the touchline. Obviously rested Szoboszlai. We'll have to find out what's happened there, but disappointing to see Joe Gomez come off injured. You never like to see it. But overall, fantastic 5-star performance from Liverpool that keeps them top of the league. You're starting to pull away now. And Liverpool fans watching this, at what point do you really go for it and say that we're going to win the league? I've already said it, as you know, but at home. And all them people that were saying I've jinxed it, where are you now? Am I jinxing this? Am I jinxing a 5-0? Come on. If you say I've jinxed it, you're a sausage. But yeah, other results today. It wasn't just Liverpool that played. Let's have another look. Leicester 0, Man City 2. Savinho, I think that's his first goal of the season. And then Haaland scores 74 minutes. But it wasn't a really difficult game. It wasn't an easy game for City. They still had to work hard. But they get their win. I think that's 1 win or 2 wins in 13 now. And Everton, big up to Forest, right? And I do feel a bit bad for Everton because they have obviously been doing us a few favours in the last few weeks. They've drawn against Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, and they've actually helped us out. But today, a team dressed in all red, and it wasn't Liverpool, it was Forest, go there and win 2-0. Chris Wood again, one of the players of the season so far, and Morgan Gibbs-White on the hour mark. A lot of yellow cards I'm seeing here for Everton as well. Poor performance from them, and in the table, they actually go down a place to 16th. But I genuinely think for Everton they're going to be safe because you've got Wolves, Leicester, Ipswich and Southampton below them who can't scrape together 3 points for the life of them between them. So Everton go down a little bit. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. Pretty fair result, I'd say. Both teams on fire at the minute. Raul Jimenez and Evan Nilsson really good as things stand. Harry Wilson again, what a footballer he is. But they did concede very, very late to Utara, and it's 2-2. And again, if you look at the table, between Fulham and Bournemouth, there's not much to split them, only a point. But Bournemouth, at the minute, they're in 6th, 1 point behind Man City halfway through the season. Who thought that? Not one of you at home thought that. So big up, entertaining game, that one. Tottenham 2, Wolves 2. I was watching this game as well. Son missing that penalty has cost Tottenham big time. Brennan Johnson getting that second goal before half time, but Larsson on the 87th minute. Tottenham just cannot see out a win for the life of them. And again, the table doesn't look pretty for Tottenham right now, currently in 11th. But Manchester United slipped down to 14th, which is is it even unbelievable? They could go down. United could get relegated. I saw a stat yesterday. Other teams in the Premier League that have had 28, 26 points by Christmas have all gone down. They've got 22, and they're going to lose next week as well. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Palace 2, Southampton 1. Big win that for Palace. And it was Chalobah and Eze with the goals. Tyler Dibling scoring for the Saints as well. Probably their only standout performance or player who's putting in good performances so far this season. And then yesterday, obviously, there was a big win there for Arsenal. Not a big scoreline, but obviously they got the 1-0, and that's good enough for them. They'll take that all day long. So yeah, listen, some interesting results. Obviously Brentford drew away to Brighton 0-0, and Arsenal get their 1-0 win, which keeps them in it. But until what point? At what point as an Arsenal fan do you say we just can't catch Liverpool? They're too far gone, they're too good. Is it even now? I'm not too sure. But overall, an entertaining weekend of football on the Christmas period as we go into next week's games. Looking forward to them. And yeah, as a Liverpool fan, totally over the moon tonight. Could have been more. If we really wanted to do it, we could have. But I'll take that all day long. Beautiful look on the table. Liverpool #1 going into the new year. And we absolutely love to see it. Right, smash that like button, get your comments in for all the games that have happened this weekend. And don't forget, DR Sports Weekend Roundup tomorrow at 12:30. You'd be silly to miss it. We'll see you then. Take care.